Next demo. Lots of people are talking about the channel.org beta with multi-protocol feeds. Take it away, Michael Foster.
I'm Michael from Newsmast, an educational charity supporting knowledge sharing on the open social web. Some of you might remember our tech patchwork, which we demoed at the last FediForum, and that's now evolved and morphed into channel.org, our new public hub for collaborative feeds and community building, which is this. First up, I'm going to talk about channels. We started these with Newsmast community feeds, which are curated knowledge sharing feeds on the Fediverse. These now have over 27,000 followers and they're growing every day. Today, we're opening this tech up to everybody, so you can build your own curated channel hosted on channel.org. These things are a bit like Blue Sky feeds, so you can set it up using our super easy channel builder I'm showing you here, where you set up the profile, the content type you're going to use. And the result of that, which you get to, is a channel, which is, here's one set up by Seth at IndieWeb. So this is a podcasting channel with information and content all about podcasting. Content here is being driven by a channel hashtag, in this case, hashtag podcasting, plus a few extra contributors all into podcasting. So that's one of the ways you can set up a channel. You can also here have a group of organizations which are all approved, coming together as a group of content contributors. Here's a set of news organizations in Brazil who've made a news channel for Brazilian news. You can also do a combo of those two modes of operation, which is here, where you can have approved contributors and a keyword. So for example, here, Trump alert, where we've got news organizations talking about Trump, as if we don't have enough of that already. But we thought that'd be a fun example for you to see how this works, driven by the keyword Trump. So while we're on Trump, good time to talk about moderation. The content for these channels comes from relays. We'd also like to add surf as another feed source going forward. But for now, it's from relays. And the moderation happens, first of all, upstream by heavy-duty filters, which we apply on channel.org, something we pioneered at Newsmast. Secondly, downstream by our moderators. And then thirdly, tuned by curators using mutes and filters. There's also an easy opt-out mechanism for contributors to use. Channels, as you can see here with the Trump account, are they are accounts which you can follow from anywhere in the Fediverse, so anybody can follow them. They're also automatically bridged to Blue Sky, courtesy of BridgieFed, with an automatic short form name. So here's the podcasting channel, getting on from Trump, as an example on Blue Sky. They're also naturally set up as RSS feeds. So they can be followed by any Fediverse client. We've also, to showcase channels, built our own app available in web, iOS, and on Android. This is a standard Fediverse Mastodon app with, on the left, everything you'd expect to see, but it's mainly been built to showcase channels and all that these things can do. So you can see them in the center there. And learning from this, what we would basically like to recommend is that we introduce something called a feeds label alongside the automated label, so that when you set up, for example, on a Mastodon server, you have a little tick box, usually called bots, now it's called automated. If you could have a feed tick box now, that would then enable clients like ours to recognize a feed account and do a lot of fun stuff, good stuff around discovery, search, exploration, and then in particular, turn the feed into something much more, channel into something much more like a feed. So here, you'd strip out all the boosts, which is what we're doing, turning it into a clean, powerful feed. This is the podcasting feed. So it looks really, really neat. It's even got an about section, what with the community guidelines, who's making it all. So by having a feed label, which I think would be a pretty simple move for us all to make, that would enable clients to work like we're doing here and have a whole section for channels on that. So that's channels. Anyone can make one for free. They're currently in beta, and after FediForum, you're going to be sharing an invite code for all of you, so you can build your own channel. Huge thanks to Johannes for this new enhanced FediForum for setting that up for us. Channels is the first big thing we're doing on channel.org. The second big thing is this, organizations. So for organizations, we are setting up an education and technology program to help publishers and activist groups and non-profits join the open social web, delivered through webinars and online packages, with the option for the organization to build a custom community as a mini home on the Fediverse backed up by support from our team. So here's one we built as a demo, a community for green activists from around the world. This is a server, basically a microserver set up in minutes using channel.org, using in this case a channel.org subdomain, but we could equally press a button and use a subdomain owned by the organization themselves. It acts as a hub for links on the left, feed in the center, member accounts where people can join on the right, and built-in discovery of other channels and communities, all powered by Mastodon, so it's baked into the Fediverse from the get-go. Communities
Thanks,
like
Michael.
Yep.
I know you have always lots of things to show, but I think maybe you can go into more detail in a
It's fine.
session.
I have finished, but I didn't have my startup. So community is easily accessible, and so I've finished showing that all, and we have an app which people could use as well within that. So thanks a lot. That's terrific. I'll stop sharing. There you go.